Non-compete. I'm American Johnson, and today we're going to be talking
You could have my American Johnson.
about feminism. These days, feminism is
Feminism? Are you talking about feminism?
Yes, he is.
yeah. Hi, Neckybeard. I was just explaining that.
Why are you calling him a neckbeard? You're the one rocking a neckbeard. And why does he have a fedora? It's soy boys like you who wear fedoras. And I notice he's a straw man. You're making up everything this fucker's saying, pretending like it's a right-winger. That's fucking lame, dude. Just because you destroyed this fucker's arguments that you made up doesn't mean you're destroying an actual right-winger.
Feminism is a very.
God, you just said it again. Don't you
Yeah, make him shut up.
know what that word means?
Yeah, of course I know what feminism means.
Feminism is total bullshit. And feminists are just a bunch of whiny females who want to take rights away from men and put women in charge of society.
What are you talking about, Neckybeard? That is not true at all. Feminists just want all genders to be equal.
They are. In fact, they're more than equal. Women have a lot of fucking special privilege.
We have
Courts favor them, society favors them, you name it.
a word for equality
Name one right that men have that women don't.
already, American.
I bet you can't.
It's called egalitarianism. Ever heard of it?
That's true. Egalitarianism is what feminism should be, but it's not. Feminism doesn't fight for men's rights at all. They don't give a shit about men's rights. They only care about women. They only want to step on the scale and push favoritism in women's favor and not help men. They want to hurt men, if anything.
Feminism is just another word for misandrism, and that means the hatred of men.
That's true. They hate men. A lot of them do, at least. Not all of them. Some feminists, like the first wave, second wave, are great. But third wave and fourth wave feminism is just bullshit. And they usually do just hate men.
Yeah, I know what misandrism means, but that's not what feminism is at all.
This is your brain on soy.
True.
Everybody look at the soy boy. This guy over here, he thinks that feminists want equality.
Neckybeard, just calm down, okay? Let's figure this out together. Why do you think that feminists hate men?
Well, they say they hate men all the time.
Have you ever actually talked to a feminist, Neckybeard?
Yes, I've talked to hundreds of feminists.
Where?
And I bet he's going to say some place that you don't like, so it doesn't count.
Where have you talked to hundreds of feminists?
Well, on Twitter, obviously.
Neckybeard, threatening women on Twitter is not the same as talking to them. I've explained this to you a million times.
Okay, well, anyway, I don't need to talk to Hitler to know that Nazis are bad, and I don't need to talk to feminists to know that they are bad.
Hitler? Really? We're less than a minute into this debate and you've already broken Godwin's law.
Godwin's law. As an online discussion grows longer, the probability of a comparison involving Hitler approaches 1.
He proved Godwin's law. He didn't break Godwin's law.
Godwin's law has been suspended.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You know, that's actually true. Mike Godwin, who came up with Godwin's law, actually did give us carte blanche to make comparisons to Hitler, but that's really only in the case of the alt-right. You can't compare feminists to Hitler.
Why not? Feminists are basically Nazis. They hate men. I saw a list of feminist quotes on Reddit where they talk about hating men.
Neckybeard,
Let me guess. Reddit doesn't count because you don't like Reddit either.
what did I tell you about Reddit?
That it's a shithole?
Yes, that it's a hole and you shouldn't believe anything that you read there.
I don't get this. You're acting like it doesn't count because it's on the internet. There's real feminists on the internet, believe it or not. And they're not fake accounts, dude. So yes, these outrageous feminists on the internet should be judged.
You should read these things that they say. Men are domestic animals. Man-hating is an honorable and viable political act. Marilyn French said that all men are rapists, and that's all they are.
Okay, Marilyn French didn't say that. That was a line spoken by a character in one of her novels. See, that's what I mean. You're cherry picking.
Cherry picking, a form of logical fallacy called incomplete
Okay, don't talk about logical fallacies when you're doing a fucking straw man.
evidence.
This character's a straw
Cherry-picking
man.
involves presenting a few random pieces of evidence that support your argument while ignoring all evidence.
You're literally making a straw man do all these fallacies and pretending it's a right-winger, acting like you're destroying a real right-winger. That's fucking stupid.
evidence that contradicts it.
Most of these quotes you're talking about are either being taken wildly out of context or they're completely fabricated.
And that's by design, am I right? You made it that way. Because he's a straw man.
Or they're taken from works of satire and fiction. And aren't you the one that's always saying that we shouldn't get all triggered about jokes in fiction?
Feminists are the ones that can't take a joke. They accuse everybody of being sexist and see all men as sexist pigs.
Okay, see, now you're building a straw man, Nicky Beard.
Now you're saying that he's doing a straw man. He is a straw man. Okay? He's a straw man doing a straw man. This is like fallacy inception.
Straw man fallacy involves refuting an argument that was not presented by one's opponent.
You've built your own version of feminism to attack that has nothing to do with actual feminism.
Oh,
And that's what you're doing with right-wingers right now.
come on, every feminist I've ever seen is a super radical man-hater. Haven't you seen that H3H3 video where the feminist went totally ballistic because some guy made a stupid dad joke?
It's humongous.
Now you've come to the anecdotal evidence fallacy.
Anecdotal evidence fallacies involve arguments based on informal accounts of isolated events.
Isolated? That's bullshit. There's plenty of shit that happens like that. Oh my god, most feminists are like that. So don't give me the shit that's isolated.
That one single YouTube video does not represent what the majority of feminist thought and action
I've seen like 100 videos of feminists losing their shit. So don't act like it's some rare occurrence, because it's not.
is about.
I don't even see what women have to be so upset about anyway. They're totally equal to men. I mean, there are female CEOs, female senators, female billionaires.
Okay, now you're
That's true.
trying to create a false dichotomy.
False dichotomies are arguments that limit the options to two when there are, in fact, more options to choose from.
Just because women have made some progress in society does not mean that the work of gender equality is totally finished. I mean, yes, there are some women with leadership positions, but not nearly as many as there should be.
Feminists don't want equality, American. They want special treatment, special privileges. If they want to earn more money and if they want more leadership positions, then why don't they work hard for it like we do? Men have to work hard for their money and their promotions, so why shouldn't women?
Oh, so now you're onto the equal treatment fallacy.
Equal treatment fallacy. This fallacy is rooted in the false notion that if we treat everyone equally, then everyone will suddenly become equal.
The fact
But here's the thing. People are not equal. Some people are literally better than other people. They produce more for society, so they should get more back in return. And naturally, they will. That's precisely why, if you make people free, they're never going to have equal results. But in contrast, if you force equal results, they're never going to be free. So you got to choose. Do you want freedom or equal results? And I'll give you a hint. Equal results is fucking stupid. Making Billy make as much as Mary when Billy works a hell of a lot harder isn't fair to Billy.
fact is that women and other non-male genders have been oppressed for a very long time, Nicky Beard. I'm talking centuries. And even when oppressed groups are granted legal rights and freedoms, it doesn't mean they're automatically able to enjoy and have those freedoms in the real world. If we truly want an egalitarian society, then we will have to temporarily treat some groups differently so that in the
You treat some groups better, right? That's why people don't like feminism, because they want to treat women better than men. That's not fair to men. This is why fucking people hate feminism. This is why people hate left-wingers, because I don't understand why they don't get this.
long run, they can become truly equal.
This is just a bunch of PC nonsense. You're nothing but a cultural Marxist social justice warrior. You're
He is.
just a typical beta male white knighting so you can get a bunch of female attention. I'm on to you, American Johnson.
Oh, okay. You're getting to the ad hominem attacks now. I can see you're getting desperate.
Yeah, says the guy who names his character Necky Beard and gives him a fedora.
Ad hominems are attacks against the opponent as a person, as opposed to attacks against the argument itself.
Even you should know better than that, Nicky Beard.
I'm just sick and tired of PC SJWs like you trying to ruin everything for men. Feminists are just trying to feminize men and feminize society and push us into believing that men are evil and terrible.
That's true.
And there's an appeal to fear.
But that's fucking true!
Appeal to fear, an argument that is rooted in the subject's distrust or fear of a subject rather than any actual evidence.
There's plenty of evidence, though. Okay, a man tries to explain his point. He's told to shut up because he's mansplaining. And being manly is called toxic masculinity. They also claim there's a rape culture and all men by default are rapists. Clearly, feminists have a hate for men.
Your fear of feminism does not equal an argument, Necky Beard.
Wow, why can't you just admit that feminism?
Okay. If women got it their way, they would increase their amount of pay by 30% because because men get paid 30% more, right? So they're going to increase their pay 30%. That fucking sucks. That sucks a lot because they haven't earned that extra money. Right? The only reason why they get paid 30% less is because they take time off of work to raise kids and they choose easier jobs and all that kind of crap. They deserve what they get. They deserve to get 30% less. But they think they're entitled to that extra 30% for free. They think that there should be basically a 30% tax on men where men have to pay 30% more for everything. That's fucked up. See, they're against men. That proves that they're against men.
Just hate men.
I don't know, Necky Beard. Maybe it's because I've actually studied feminism and I've actually talked to feminists, and I don't just assume that every woman I've ever talked to is some overly emotional and manipulative monster who's lying about all of her experiences with society.
Actually, women don't even have it that bad. Men have it way worse. We commit suicide more often, we die in war more often, we are far more likely to go to prison.
Oh, you know what? You've actually made a good point, Necky Beard. Yes, men do suffer in our current society, and that's exactly why we as men need feminism. Because gender inequality hurts men as well as women, and that's why most modern feminists...
But women don't fight for men's rights, okay? And if a man became a men's activist, you would call him a monster. You would call him a sexist. See, it's a double standard, dude.
Right then, Mr. Smart Guy, can you name some feminist propaganda I can consume?
Okay, yeah, I don't give a shit about your feminist propaganda. Alright, this is the end of the video. I hope you liked it. Catch you on the next one.